There's three things you have to be in this business. You have to be enthusiastic, you have to be sharp, and you have to be an authority figure. Was he the first one? No. So we have to understand that there's going to be a ton of automatic responses that happen behind the scenes subconsciously with customers, where they're going to start to prejudge you based on the tonality of your voice in the very beginning. So if you answer the phone with hesitation or with low energy, and it doesn't mean you have to be crazy up high, but sounding disinterested, or you're just going through the motions, you're automatically at a disadvantage. Is the way that you open your first impression starts to set the foundation, the frame for the entire phone call. If you listen to top producers, they rarely ever run into objections, and that's because one, they're eliminating them through their communication as they talk. But one of the biggest ones is the confidence they have when they lead the conversation, and they're expecting a yes at the end, not waiting for them to say no. So in the very beginning, you have to control your tone, and you can't sound like you're a bump on the log. The second thing is you have to control your speed. You're going to adjust that to match and mirror the customer. So for example, if I got a customer that answered the phone and they were talking very slowly, I would immediately adjust my communication to what? Slow. To slow. And if they're talking very softly, I would then adjust my communication to talk very softly. Now, if they're a little bit more abrupt or quote unquote abrasive or direct, then I'm going to adjust my communication style to communicate in a way that they deem respectful. So the golden rule a lot of people say is treat people the way you want to be treated. Not in this business. It's treat people the way they want to be treated. So if we communicate in a manner that doesn't resonate with the customer, we're already at a disadvantage. So the first thing is, let's start the beginning of the conversation out with a little bit of enthusiasm. And then we want to adjust our tone, our volume, and our speed. The only way to do that is, one, to review your phone calls, or to record yourself and then listen back, and then you can hopefully be objective and not subjective and grade yourself. Did I sound confident? Did I sound like an authority figure? Did I control the conversation? Was I enthusiastic? Does that make sense? And the authority figure part isn't knowing all the information. It's not knowing all the information. It's not getting rattled when we get pushback from the customer. Just because they're calling in doesn't mean that they're prepared to move forward and say yes. But the very beginning is going to dictate a huge portion of what happens in the interaction.